Very welcome here, Aldis Hodge. It's a pleasure to talk with you today.
Likewise.
I'm Laura. So my first question is, I know you are an artistic soul, we can call it like that, because you
Yeah, yeah.
you do like a lot of stuff. I never knew that. Like painter,
Yeah.
self-talk, luxury watch designer,
Yeah, yeah.
and so you are this interest. And I was very curious. Is that helping you with your career as an actor as well? Because I think curiosity is something that
Yeah.
is very helpful in this job.
Yeah, I would say so because the way I approach the entertainment industry and acting is the same way I approach my other mediums of artistry. It's like curiosity, creativity. It's how I learn. Um, I think that it starts with, the honesty of creating something. What is the foundation of it? And then now how do I want to communicate that or express it and share it? But my curiosity for all of these other things in the world have exposed me to different experiences that I can bring to the screen. Different lifestyles and livelihoods that I can bring to the screen. So, in whatever you do, I think you need to step outside of your comfort zone to get a personal humane education to bring it to what it is that you're doing to enhance your work. So yeah, all of my other interests have definitely helped me as an actor.
Yeah, it's totally true. And I think, especially with your character, Alex Cross, because, it's unlike many taboo detectives that we see, is also for the psychological part and the interest that he has about forensic psychology. So I would like to ask you, did you prepare in a particular way for that, like knowing, trying to understand this particular field? Yeah.
So before we started filming the first season, Isaiah Mustafa, who plays Samson brilliantly, if I might add, we actually went down to Washington D.C. We did some ride-alongs with some police officers, and then we
Yeah.
actually sat with a real forensic psychologist and a police therapist, talked to her, actually talked to one of her clients, patients, who is a detective whose life mirrored the life of the character that I play in a
Okay.
very strange, eerie way, even to the point of him losing his wife, you know. And he shared what he went through mentally. So the way I prepared was understanding the mental and emotional impact of what he was going to go through, because that's where the base of the human is. The job is a job, but that's not what defines Alex Cross. What defines him is his humane nature, his interest in people, his interest in the human capacity to do certain things, but also who is he as a father, as a friend, as a family man. Um, so it was really trying to understand who is this individual apart from what we see up front, which is the badge and the cuffs, and who is he as a human being, and that comes in understanding his mentality and his emotion.
Yeah, it's so true actually, and it's so interesting because I didn't know the
Uh,
true story behind it. This is very very
yeah, yeah.
interesting, and also I really enjoy the bond between your character and John Sampson. That
Mhm.
um, the chemistry with between you two with Mustafa, I think it's kind of authentic. So
It is.
how did you build that? I mean, did you know each other before, or was only during the shooting?
No, we met. The first time we met was when we auditioned him.
Okay.
He came in. We were doing chemistry reads with a few people who were auditioning for the role. So when he came in, there was just a vibe that was working. But what's what we were really looking for was not necessarily how the actor delivered on lines specifically. We were looking for the energy that they cultivated with the relationship. The brotherhood is sort of the glue of their partnership as cops and all that, right? So if that's not authentic, then they don't really have anything to show. So that had to be there. We auditioned him. He was great. After that, we all went to the production office. One night it was Ben, our showrunner. Isaiah came through, and then I came in. He didn't know I was coming. But, we shared, we cracked open a bottle of tequila, we bonded, and from there, it's been great ever since.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing, really. And the brotherhood, yeah, you used the right
Yeah.
word. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
And also, I would like to ask you, you are also a executive producer. And so, how has your voice behind the scene influenced that thing?
Influence. I look at myself as a steward, or a shepherd. You know, in terms
Oh,
of
this
like,
is nice.
for me, Ben Watkins, the creator of the show, is the primary. He's our captain, and then the rest of the executive producers, myself included, are the co-captains. And the primary job, I think, for me as an executive producer is to make sure that you know, we are maintaining and managing a well-oiled machine. We're maintaining a set where everybody feels happy, valued, respected, seen, and everybody's working in an environment that they want to be. So we micromanage, any, number of problems at any given point of the day to make sure that our crew is taken care of, our cast is taken care of. When it comes to story, when it comes to characters, we all put our input in there to make sure that we're pushing the story forward and strategizing. But still, for me, the primary goal and responsibility as an EP is just to make sure that people who come visit have a home that they're coming to, and a home that they you know would be happy to return to, and that means making our crew and our cast understand that they have our support with whatever they need. Because when you show people that they are seen and respected and valued, it incentivizes them to do their best work, and it doesn't get better than that.
Sure.
Mhm.
And I have one last question for you that
Sure.
is a bit back in the days,
Mhm.
but I have to ask you because I'm a pop dancer myself.
Really?
So yeah, so when I saw Straight Outta Compton and
Yeah.
I remember your tweet. I didn't do this job at that time, but I really love the fact that you were so honestly, intellectually when you said what was true about your character that was, uh, it has much more impact in reality than it has on the series. So people
Yeah.
watching the series cannot get the real history behind that.
Mm.
So I would like to ask you, what was, the best memory of that moment and what it meant for you to be part of Straight Outta Compton, because I really love the series, by the way.
I think for me, the best memory when it came to being part of Straight Outta Compton, this is going to sound trivial, was when they were kind enough to bless us all with individual posters. We were all on a poster. It's the first time I think that I'd seen my face on a film poster, but then we had individuals.
Yeah.
I'm at the Universal lot and there's this 50-foot poster of my face right there. And I was like, that's like a milestone moment. But aside from that, it was really being able to talk to MC Ren and really understand what his journey was and be able to learn from a legend,
Yeah.
what that trajectory is, where he was at in his life then and where he's at now. For me, that was wonderful just because you get to understand what the course of success, that it also comes with its challenges. In fact, success is riddled with challenges. If there are no challenges, I don't know how much success you have, right? Because challenges push your potential. It forces you to engage and directly deal with uh, how much you believe in yourself. And through all the challenges that they went through, he believed in himself, you know, completely. And he was writing, he was doing all these things. And for me, it's just further inspiration. It fortifies faith that you got to keep going, that you got to keep pushing, because you may one day be a part of something legendary like he was. You may build something legendary like he did. So, yeah, those 2 points I think were the biggest highlights for me. And it was a great great film to be a part of. And but yeah, I think that's where it lies for me. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Aldis. Really inspirational talking with you today,
Thank you.
and see you later, by the way.
Indeed.
Thank you.